Can I tell you what I see over and over again? People start exercising, but they don't stick with it. Not because they can't exercise, but because they make one of a handful of mistakes. Today, I want to let you know what those mistakes are and how to avoid them. Hi, I'm Tracey Page, and welcome to Boomer on the Move. Over the years, as a fitness instructor and trainer, I've worked with hundreds of people. And here's what I've learned. Most people don't struggle because they don't care about their health or they're lazy. In fact, most people have good intentions. They want to feel better, they want to be active, and they want to have more energy and be more independent. But along the way, they make a few mistakes that slows their progress or makes them stop altogether. The good news is, once you recognize what these mistakes are, they're easy to fix. So let's jump into mistake number one. Mistake number one is trying to do too much too soon. So let's say you've already decided you're going to start exercising, you're going to eat better. Then what do? You jump in, you start exercising 6 days a week, you completely overhauled your kitchen, you've taken out all the bad food, all the bad drinks, you're going full force. Then what happens? You start to burn out. Why? Because it's too much too soon. Instead of jumping in full force from day one, give yourself smaller goals that are more attainable. Maybe you tell yourself, I'm going to exercise 2 or 3 days a week. Do that. Then you go to your pantry and your fridge and start taking out some of the bad drinks, some of the bad food, just a little by little, because we want to start small and stay consistent. That leads to forming habits. Mistake number two, thinking that walking is just enough. Now, don't get me wrong, walking is absolutely wonderful, and we should for sure do it in our daily fitness routine. But as we get older, especially 50 and above, we can't just use walking. We need to also work on strength, balance, and mobility. Remember from the last episode, I gave you 3 simple strength training exercises and a balance exercise to go along with walking. The strength exercises were squats, wall push-ups, bicep curls, and one-leg balance training. If you want a little bit more information on that, just go back to episode 5 and review that. Mistake number 3, waiting for motivation. As we know, we can easily be motivated, but then sometimes our motivation fades. And there's days that we just don't feel like doing anything. We're just not motivated. That's just life, and it happens, and it's totally okay. What we really need to focus on is forming good habits. And there's a way to form habits. You just don't form a habit. You have to practice it. It's consistency to form a habit. Back in episode 4, I talked about 5 steps to form a habit. Those were, we're going to write it down, we're going to shrink it, we're going to trigger it, we're going to track it and repeat it. If you want a little bit more information on what those mean, just go back and review in episode number 4. Mistake number 4, ignoring balance training. Most people don't even think about balance until you start to lose it. And it is proven that as we start getting older, our balance starts to decline. We need to work on our balance just like we work on our strength and our heart. So just again, last episode, episode 5, I gave you a simple exercise that you can do anywhere that helps with balance training. And finally, mistake number 5, believing it's too late to start. This is one of the biggest misconceptions after the age of 50, that you think it's just too late to start, so why bother? Even our family and friends sometimes tell us that it's too late to get a hold of our health and fitness. But friends, I can assure you it's never too late to improve our strength, our balance, our mobility, and our confidence. You will be amazed at what you're capable of doing. The good news is none of these mistakes are permanent. You don't have to be perfect. You don't have to start over, and you don't have to do everything at once. Small changes can create big results when repeated consistently. Remember, one step, one habit, one day at a time. If this video resonates with you and you like what you've heard, please like and subscribe to our Boomer on the Move community. Before you go, I would love for you to give me some comments. Have you recognized any of these mistakes that you've made? Have any of these happened to you? I'd love to hear where you are, and hopefully I can help you moving forward. Remember, you're a boomer on the move, and you're just getting started.